Welcome to the first ever episode of Rapid Plays. Today I am going to be playing a favourite, a long time favourite of mine, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. But it's not just the base game, or the original, it's actually a ROM hack, known as Randomizer. And basically what that is it takes every item in the game, every item placement, swaps them around, and, well, completely randomizes them. Hence the name. So yeah, it's not the only thing that's done though. You'll probably notice that Link's tunic is a little off colour. That's not your TV. That's just the randomizer. There are a few boxes you can tick prior to setting up your seed before the ROM is complete. One of them is your tunic colours, and you can actually select all three. It doesn't give you a graph or dial. It just tells you roughly what colours to pick from, or you can go random or true random. I just clicked random and I was given a pink one, apparently. Okay. A few things to lay down before we begin. I have, first of all, tried this out because I wanted to see if it run. I'm not running this on the PC. I've actually taken it over on and place this on my modded Nintendo Wii, which I won't go into detail of, but it's running on that, and I did actually come across some errors last night. For instance, if I wanted to save the game or equip an item, the game would freeze completely, and that wasn't working out. I found a way around it, which I'll explain in due time, but for now, everything seems to be okay. So, second of all, I'm going to, well, obviously create a new file, but I will be editing this in such a way that you don't have to see every single moment. I will keep in the most important parts, what I get from each chest and whatnot, so that you guys don't think I'm cheating. But yeah, I'll keep that in there. And yes, so the other two things I want to point out, first of all, is you get an option to tick a box to keep the forest open, which means basically I can go to the outer Hyrule field and explore whenever I feel, right from the off if I want. Because normally what would happen is there would be a little dude that blocks your path until you complete the first dungeon, and then you can go on your merry way. But with this being a randomizer and all, you might not be able to finish the first dungeon because you might not get the items you need. So I might need to explore the world map a little bit and then come back later on. The second thing, and hence why there's a symbol there, because as you saw, it's a new game, I haven't played anything. That lets you know that the door of time is open, which again is the same idea with the forest, because there is a 7-year time gap and you go forward in the future and explore more dungeons and whatnot. That also will allow you to travel and find items, because even though the game's randomised, it will take child items and put them in the adult timeline, and vice versa. So that's the only two rules to this. One box I did not tick, however, and we'll get started, is there's a box to ensure that the game can be completed. Now, I didn't really want to tick that because I felt like there was a challenge involved. I want to see how far I can get, if I can even finish this. I don't want to know that I can. I feel like that takes away most of the fun. If you know you're going to beat the game right from the off, I feel like it's better to do it this way. So, you might have also noticed that there should have been a cutscene there the moment I left the treehouse. Those have also been removed, I believe, from the game. At least the ones I'm used to seeing anyway have not appeared. Also, the music's a little bit off. You might hear that, you might not. Yes, also, I should have got the sword here. Spoiler alert for those that haven't played this before. Which I doubt, because there's so many of these playthroughs on YouTube of the actual game, as well as this being, I think, from '98. So yeah, there's also a few glitches, but you expect that in the ROM, which you obviously saw there. Some technical difficulties. So yeah, on to the saving. What I wanted to basically explain was I tried to save this game, or rather equip some items last night, but I found that when I left a house, or a shop for example, and tried to do so in the open world, especially here in the forest, it would take me back to the house I was previously in, the screen, then it would freeze completely. So, I mean, I tried that a few attempts, and it kept crashing on me. So what I decided to do was go back to each house and save from there. But then I tried later on at the Hyrule market, and it seemed to work okay. So we'll just need to watch that in future. Also, one last thing I will say is when I did try this out, I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I know I said I wouldn't, but I'm cheating a little bit here because when I came in here last night to play this, I opened these chests in reverse, starting from this one, which meant I got the rupees before I got the wallet. Oh, there we go, some more glitches. I don't really know what lies ahead of me other than the first few chests in the first dungeon because, as I say, I got to Hyrule Market last night just to test run this whole thing. I'm going to buy the shield because I can't get the sword. Don't worry about the sword and shield scenario. For those of you that have played this before, you might be familiar with having to have the sword and shield at the ready before you can get to the first dungeon. That's not an issue in this, thankfully. So I'll buy sticks because it's the only other way I can traverse in the dungeon, because I need to light fires and hit enemies and whatnot. So yeah, good thing I got all these rupees though, isn't it? So yeah, as I said, I will do a lot of editing in post, and you might not hear or see everything what I'm doing, but I will keep in every chest so that you guys can see what I get as we go. But I don't have to do a full-on recording of every little step taken, because as I said, you guys have most likely seen this before, and it just takes up a lot more time. So I think we might be done with the sticks, but we'll just check. Yep, there we go. And let's buy some nuts. I think that's basically all we can do here, so we're going to hit the road. Now I know what to expect in here, but I've got to say right now, it's nothing useful in here, or useful enough that will carry us forward. But I don't feel like it does. I'm doing enough justice just by telling you that. You might as well see for yourselves, so that's why we're in here. As I said, you guys will get to see everything. So this will be a fine example of how this ROM hack is played. So you'll get so far into the game, and then into a dungeon, for example, this one. Okay. But I backtrack a little bit because I said there was nothing in here that was useful enough. I forgot about that one item. That will actually come in handy a little later on. So yeah, there is a good reason I came in here after all. But yeah, so I won't spoil much else, but I will just say that I had to leave last night without completing this dungeon, but that is just a way of the randomizer. Another thing I'd like to talk about, and I'm going to just quickly touch upon it, is Nostalgia Gaming as a YouTube channel has been inactive for quite some time, maybe a little over 2 years, give or take. But that's because, well, life got in the way, and it's something that was always at the back of my mind. In fact, it was so far back I didn't think about it for a long time, and it's just became a recent thing where I have decided that I want to come back and do a few things on YouTube again. Hence why I'm here. But I have to say, I won't be alone this time. I'm going to use this part to kind of semi-introduce my... Oh, what the hell's going on here? I shouldn't be surprised after all, it is a ROM hack. So yeah, I don't want to lock onto these guys. No, no, damn it. Okay, yeah, I want to introduce my somewhat team that will be starting their very own projects in the very near future. I won't say who they are at this point in time. All I will say is I'm not the only one on the channel anymore. And yeah, there will be a variety of different things to view as we go forward. So yeah, it will keep it fresh. So I will be doing, for the meantime, I will be doing this playthrough of this ROM hack. But I do have other projects on the go. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I thought one of the spiders had spotted me there, so that's why I kind of trailed off. But yeah, there are, as I say, other members of the newly formed team, of which you will probably see within the next few months. So yeah, the all new and improved Nostalgia Gaming. Ah, crap. So yeah, that's another thing that can happen, obviously. Which they're also found in the main game. They're not just, you know, part of the ROM hack deal. So here we go. We'll find out. I think it's usually the compass you get in here, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, it's more rupees. I think it's been a lot. Most of what I've had so far is all rupees anyway. So yeah. I've already lit that torch. As I said, I will be editing some stuff out, but there we go. So again, because I don't have a sword, the next best thing, the next best thing is the sticks, which is not something I used a lot of in the actual game, other than for lighting torches. So it's, you know, it gives some these items a wee bit more of a use, I guess, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there we go. There's the compass. So now we have both the map and the compass for the first dungeon. Now I'm not going to go through that door, and I'll tell you for why. Because I'm going to save on time, first of all, and secondly, there's nothing there. The only thing that's there is one of those little scrub things that pop out of the ground, and a barred door with an eye above it, which of course, if you've played this before, you'll know you'll need something like the slingshot to shut the eye over and open the door, which we don't have. So I'm going to leave it here, and yeah, we'll come back later, hopefully, sooner rather than later, but you know. Then we're going to go and save it. So that's everything I can get chest-wise in there for the time being. So now all we have to do is go to Hyrule Castle. And look at this mess. Don't you just love ROM hacks? Yep, so I'm going to save the game, guys, and I shall see you again at Hyrule Castle. Yeah, so I know I said I'd get you guys at Hyrule Castle, but I just wanted to quickly... I forgot about that part there. As soon as you exit the forest, you automatically get the Ocarina without the cutscene. So yeah, I didn't want to start up the game again, or you know, press record and already have the Ocarina on me without you guys knowing how I got it. So yeah, that's basically all that was. But yeah, onward to Hyrule Castle then, and let's see how far we can get with this. Alright guys, so here we are at Hyrule Castle then. I did try to save it just now at the Hyrule Market, or rather there's a little bit that you'll go into near the bridge, where there's like tons of jars You guys might know what I'm talking about for those that have played it. Yeah, so I went into that wee bit there and saved the game, and it seemed to work okay. So here's hoping going forward. The other thing I wanted to talk about basically, now that it came to my attention, is that I won't be doing a 100% playthrough of this, which means I'm not going to get every single chest unless it's absolutely necessary to do so. I'm not going to get every heart piece unless it comes naturally by opening the chest and whatnot. So I'm not going to do everything, like get all the gold spiders and whatnot. I'm not going to get everything unless it's needed, because I have heard that by doing the gold spider side quest, you do get different items from the norm as well. So we'll find that we'll hopefully be okay and not have to do things like that, but we shall see. Because I think I remember doing a playthrough of this before, totally different seed, where I actually had to go out my way to get the 100 spiders. I think. I remember doing that one time at least. I have the 3DS version of the game as well, and that's never going to get old. That's still going to trip me up from time to time, all those glitches. But yeah, I seem to remember doing the 100 spider side quest at one point. But again, hopefully we won't need to do that. So, on that note, I don't think it's just chests that are randomised. I think certain items might be as well. For example, a fairy fountain, you might expect Din's Fire and then not get it. Because I think you can actually get likes of Din's Fire from a chest. So, everything is random other than, I want to say, the egg that you get here from I want to say Romani. I can't remember her name exactly, but we'll call her Romani. The little girl who's singing anyway. I got the egg when playing this last night, so I'm assuming that's normal. But this is a dude, this is a fella we have to wake up, and hence why we need the egg. So we need to go back and speak to her now. It's the second day or third day now, I've lost count, but I did get the egg from Romani. I'm not even sure that's her name. We'll find out in a second what it actually is, but in Majora's Mask I know that's her name, so you'll forgive me for getting a little bit confused. But here we go, let's wake this dude up now. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to skip over most of this stuff. You guys can read it at your own pace. You've probably already read it before. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just showing them the chicken that woke him up now. But yeah, I'm sure we don't need to do that. Yeah, so, yeah, Malon is her name, I think, right? Because he's Talon, she's Malon. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so, okay. It's not Romani then. But never mind. Yeah. So, now that I'm just remembering, I was speaking earlier on about items that you don't necessarily need to get from chests to be random, other than the chicken obviously, but I think there's a chicken quest line to do in this game, or it's a quest for, I think it's a sword or something. I can't really remember much about it, but I think those items might also be random as well, which is kind of a scary thought, because, can you imagine having to do every little thing in this just to get to the end of the game? Like I said, I'd like not to do 100%, but I might have to cover certain things I wouldn't normally. But there we go. I think also I can get the Master Sword just by pulling it out of the, the pedestal of time, as you would do. So I think you're already granted the sword as an adult, but I am doing a swordless playthrough right now of Zelda, which is kind of funny. I don't think I even done that in the first ROM hack, to be fair, but never mind. So we'll just get through this now as quickly and as quietly as we possibly can to go and meet the Princess Zelda. Now I think when you first meet her, she gives you a letter to take to the guard who's guarding Death Mountain, I think. Whether or not you still get that letter, I can't say. but we can only hope that we do. If we are to progress, and into the second dungeon and whatnot. But we'll see. So far, so good. I can just... Yeah, I'm used to doing this now. I've done this, I don't know how many times. Since I was about 9-year-old, I think I've played Ocarina enough times, so... This is fairly easy for me now. Although I say that, and one of those dudes kind of just popped into view. Better get away from him quickly. Yeah, so there is also a neat trick in this garden you can do with these windows. Oh, and there we go. It skipped the whole meeting part of the game, you know, when you first meet Zelda and whatnot. So yeah, there is that. Also, now that it's just come to my attention as well, I think the songs are randomised. They're not in the order. I think Impa, that is to say, is supposed to teach you Zelda's Lullaby, but I think instead you get a randomised song, so we'll find out what it is soon. And yeah, as I was going to say before I walked in here, you can get the slingshot and fire into those windows, and usually you get rupees or a bomb thrown at you, but yeah, I can't do that either right now. So let's go ahead and see what song we get. I don't recognise this one much. Oh, I've got to play it right now. I thought she was going to play it for us. Minute of the Forest. Well, actually, you know what? That could be handy in some cases. I'm going to go ahead and save it again. In a house, just to be safe. But yeah, that could be handy, that Minute of the Forest, because I think it'll take me obviously back to where the Forest Temple is, which is where I need to go quite often as a child. You know, to go and get Saria's song and whatnot later on. In fact, unless I'm very much mistaken, I might need to do that just now. Yeah, I think I need to go and play. Let me see if I can actually pause this on Hyrule Field. I hope it doesn't crash on me. Oh, I think we're all right. So yeah, I'm going to have to go to the forest and get Saria's song. So what I'll do first of all is I'll go and deliver this letter, get it out of the way, then go to the forest, get Saria's song, and then hopefully up to Death Mountain. Sounds like a plan. Hold on a second here. Well, the gate's already open, so what the hell do we do with this? The road is closed. Yeah, I think you'll find, if you look behind you, it's not. So why the hell do I need this letter then? If we just give him the letter anyway. I mean, I know there's a mask quest. If I give him this, will it shut the door over? Will that end the game? I wonder. I hope not. But I've saved it anyway, so we'll find out. Nope. Okay, that was a short-lived. Yeah, I think he's blind. I think that's why you can't really see his eyes. But at least we might get rid of the letter now, right? As I said, I'll skip this. You guys can read it later if you want. But yeah, let's find out. Nope. We still get to keep the letter, so that was a waste of time. All right then, on to find Saria, if I can remember.
Six hours later.
Here we go. Saria's forest, or sacred forest meadow, whatever. And already we're learning another song. I think this is another one of those temple songs, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's a Song of Time. Which is almost useless in this game, because the only use it actually has is to... Oh, Saria. Oh, I thought Saria wasn't even here. Yeah, the only uses it has in this game is to open a door of time, which you only need once, but again, it's already open for us, and you need it for certain blocks. Oops. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. For removing certain blocks within certain temples, but other than that, yeah, it's not. I don't really think it's needed for anything. I can't quite remember. But yeah, as you can see, we are beyond the gate. So yeah, it's kind of cool in a way because we're skipping a lot of stuff. That was also a werewolf, or whatever the equivalent of Zelda's names for these things are, that appeared behind us. I can't fight it obviously with a stick, so I'm going to try. Oh shit! I just realised I've paused this in the forest. Is it going to crash the game? Oh, it didn't. It didn't. Right, I'm going to use one of these to open up the rock then, and hopefully it will. Because usually you find chests underground. So the hope is, yeah, there's none here, but there's also a shortcut to. There's also a shortcut to the Goron city, I want to say. So yeah, we'll find that and we'll get rid of the. Yeah, I'm not doing really well here, am I? There's no hole in the ground so far. Yeah, so we'll go to Goron City that way without having to traverse up the mountain. Hopefully. I think I've just came back the way. Yeah, I did. No wonder they call this the Lost Woods. So, wow. So, I'm looking for. We'll try that way. It's usually the one that doesn't seem to have a. What is in here? Right, okay. I think there's a hole in the ground where you can go down and find stuff, but. Yeah, it's usually the one passageway that doesn't have that weird kind of brownish colour in it you want to look for. And there's some of the music playing up now. Right, so here we are, we've arrived, but I want to, as I said, get the holes in the ground first, see if there's anything worthwhile getting. There is one chest, hopefully a useful one. Ah, a heart container. Nice. That's actually a full-on heart container, that's not even a piece. So that's the kind of one you get after a boss normally. So hold on, does that mean that that you don't get heart containers from bosses either? Okay, this has opened up a new can of worms. I don't quite remember that. So you could get a random item from killing a boss, it seems. Right. And I'm also going to hurt myself here by doing that. And I can also pick up bombs now because I've got the bracelet. So yeah, it's starting to look not too bad. Not too bad at all. If I remember correctly, there's a room at the top of here somewhere that's got tons of rocks in it. And if I make my way through it, there's at least 4 chests. I've got 6 of these bomb mouser thingies, whatever they're called. So I'm going to give it a shot. Now I might not get all the chests, but we can always come back for some later on. Now I'm going to try and avoid that, because I don't want to really blow that up. It'll just waste. Yeah, we've got Navi talking to us, unfortunately. I want to try and get over there without having to use a bomb to blow up some rocks. So let's hope I can tightrope this without falling off. I used to be fairly good at this, but, you know, mistakes happen. Right. Okay. This is making me nervous, and I it's not even me. It's obviously just computerized, but yeah, there we go. I don't do well with heights. What can I say? Right, so yeah, this is the room I was talking about, and as far as I know, the brown rocks are the only ones that can be hit. So I'm going to start with this side. Right, I'm going to get hurt here because I'm far too close, but it's the price you pay. Now this is a bit of a maze. I believe if you hit certain rocks, you don't get to, you know, you get stuck. Basically, it's a dead end. So, we'll go with this one in the middle first. We only got 3 left. I don't know when. Oh, okay, we've got 2 left now. I don't know when we'll get another chance to get some, but oh, we've got 2 chests here, so that's not too bad. Oh, and look what we did get! Look what we did get, ladies and gentlemen. Well, dare I say it, I think the first dungeon can now be completed. And what else? Ah, well, of course. Yeah. Alright guys, so yes, I made my way, as you can see, back to the shop in the forest, or Kokiri, or whatever they actually call it. Because I'm here to actually buy some more deco sticks, and that is because, even though we've got the slingshot, it just dawned on me that we don't have our sword yet. So it could be that we might not be able to kill the boss, but it's worth a shot. And even so, even if there is a way, because I know you can hit normal enemies, might as well save that. But can we kill bosses with deco sticks? I don't know, because obviously this being a ROM hack, I don't think Nintendo ever really considered using anything other than your sword to do the main, you know, attacking and whatnot. So it's a bit of a risk. I mean, I could try and look for, I don't know, I could try and look for, you know, one of those little scrub things that sell you sticks. But it's finding rupees now. That's the only issue. Because it's probably going to cost something around 40 rupees or whatever. In fact, isn't there like a mini game up here that if you bullseye 3 times you can get more nuts? I think there is. I'm going to try that just now actually. In fact, with this being the randomizer, you might not get more nuts. You might actually get the sword. Alright, so let's give that a go then. I used to be quite good at this. No, we need to aim a little lower, I think. I think we're aiming for 3 100s. Nope, that's not going to cut it. Oh, come on.
Approximately 10 hours later.
There we go. Just do that 3 times and you should get, well, normally you would get the bag containing more nuts, but we shall see. Right, so what are you going to give us? It looks like the nut bag. But it's not, it's the silver scale. Which, again, comes in a little handy. Yeah, that is just weird. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go back and save it. Because I did come on this earlier on and it did crash again. But that's because I tried to pause it here. Around this area, so I should have known better. I mean, it works everywhere else so far that we know, but not here. So I'll go and save it, and worst case scenario, if we can't defeat the first boss, we can possibly go to Zora's Domain and see whatever we can do there. And I've got 1 heart more than I should have at this point, because again, it was never intended for me to have 4 heart pieces at this point in the game. So yeah, we're just going to go in and hope for the best, because, you know, there are probably more chests to discover, as well as an item given to us by the boss. It could be a spiritual stone, it could be a medallion, who knows, but yeah, it's going to be something. So what I want to do first is I want to go up there and grab those hearts, those 2 hearts, and might as well get them while we can, right? Because we might as well go down there, you know, not half-cocked. I've always wanted to use that term, half-cocked, don't ask why. Shit, right, well, you know what, I'm just going to grab this one. There's no sense in going all the way up for the other one. Okay, that was a waste of time. That was a complete waste of time. I missed that by a smidge. Right, never mind then, we're just going to have to go on as is. Fair enough. And I'm already losing one stick. You see that? Already losing one. Yeah, this is not gonna go down well. Oh, somebody please. Hopefully it won't take too many sticks, because I mean, there's only one chance to come in here and kill the boss. And luckily he's given us a heart. That was nice of him. So yeah, this is why we needed the slingshot. With me not having a sword and all, this is just going to be one playthrough. I'm already regretting coming in here, basically. I'm going down here with like 7 sticks and 8 sticks, but I've still got to use one more. So yeah, not looking forward to this one little bit. I'm already regretting it, but we can only hope that the sticks do a lot of damage. If not, then I am well and truly fucked. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to get anything from those guys, so we'll complete this puzzle right here. And make our way to the boss with 7 sticks. Because that's how you do it. Okay, I was quick thinking there, saved me a stick. Switching weapons up like that. So I've got 8 sticks. I wish I could save it. I would like to try, but I'm not going to, because, you know, if we... Oh, there's a code to this, right? 23 is number 1. I've just messed up the code. Fuck it. We'll go through it the wrong way, and then we'll do it the right way. Didn't mean to hit him on the way up. Usually in Zelda, if there's a code and you get it wrong, you get penalised for it. They send enemies down. I'm not sure what Zelda games specifically, but luckily there's no enemies in this that they send down towards you. Because I don't fancy my chances with what I have, with what little I have. So yeah, 4 hearts and 8 sticks. He said something there, I think, about a sword. I think, I don't know, I might be exaggerating. I'm sure I saw the word sword there. But yeah, we definitely don't have one. Let's hope that we get the sword from this boss at least. So, I'm not looking forward to this one little bit. But if nothing else, it's going to be an interesting video, right? So, we'll see. It's a challenge, I guess. Right. Oh shit, okay, so I missed him one time, but hit him twice. And we want to get him before he starts laying babies, or her. Is it a her? I guess it's a her. Oh! Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm happy with that result. So there you go, it can be done with Deku Sticks, and it would appear that Deku Sticks are a lot well, more powerful than your sword. Oh yes. Okay, so this might not be a heart container, even though it's shaped like one right now, but let's see what we do get. I just have no words to express how I'm feeling right now. All that for 5 5 measly rubies. So yeah, that's the beauty of Randomizer, I'm afraid. But yeah, we've still got one more item to get. But I think it's going to be one of those quest items, you know, medallions or such. So let's go ahead and get that then. But at least we've done the first boss. you know, and got paid 5 rupees for it. Because that's what they're charging these days, apparently. And we've got the water medallion, so, you know, I used to think, yeah, okay, so you don't need to do the specific temple for which of which you get the prize for, but that's not how it works. You still need to go through the water temple, and yes, we will be doing that at some point, hopefully quite far into the future. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this video here, and enjoy my 5 rupees. I'm going to hopefully put the next video up very, very well. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to do this on a weekly basis, so hopefully next week episode 2 will be up. But that's it, I'm afraid, guys. So I really hope you have enjoyed this so far. Please, if you've liked the video, leave a like. Maybe subscribe if you want to see more, and hit that little notification bell if you want to know when the next video is up. And well, that's it. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching, and I will see you for part 2, hopefully, of this randomised Zelda Ocarina of Time playthrough.